A dark How I Met Your Mother fan theory ended up being surprisingly accurate. Throughout How I Met Your Mother's 9 seasons, there were many theories about how the show would end. The Season 8 finale set up the show's endgame by finally showing Tracy McConnell, Kristen Milioti, who would become the titular mother, and the love of Ted Mosby's, Josh Radnor, life. While this was a major leap forward for the show, it still did not explain why Ted was telling his children the story of how he met their mother. With How I Met Your Mother being a show whose ending was planned from the start, co-creators Carter Bays and Craig Thomas had known the answers years before the series finale aired, and the answers were shockingly close to a dark fan theory. A dark How I Met Your Mother theory claimed that the mother was not around. Fans noticed that future Ted didn't refer to her as my wife. One fan theory was that the mother was not around because she and Ted got divorced, or that they broke up after never getting married in the first place. This could have been because the older Ted, voiced by Bob Saget, did not refer to Tracy as my wife and instead always referred to her as your mother when telling the story to his children. Calling her your mother made sense given Ted's audience, but some fans thought it was strange that he never referred to her as his wife and that there was a darker meaning behind it. The phrasing or lack thereof potentially implied that her relationship with the kids was now more important than Ted's relationship with her. The mother's absence in the future lent further credence to this theory and that she was not around because she and Ted were no longer together. If this had come to pass, it would have been dark to see her and Ted fall in love after years of anticipation, only to learn that things didn't work out between them. How I Met Your Mother's real twist was even darker than we could have expected. The series finale revealed that she died. Tracy listening to Ted reading to her from a hospital bed in How I Met Your Mother. Of course, the real twist ended up being that Tracy had died from a terminal illness, which explained why she was absent from the future timeline where Ted was telling his children the story of how he met her. Tracy's absence being due to her death instead of divorce or a breakup was far darker than what many fans had theorized. Ending a television sitcom with the death of a beloved character was always going to be dark. Beyond this inevitability, Tracy's death was also difficult for many viewers to accept because they had spent years waiting to meet her, only for her to die in the series finale. Tracy's dark fate also addressed why Ted believed he was telling his children about how he and their mother met. However, Ted's kids rightfully discerned that he was not telling them the story because of their mother, but so they could understand and approve of him dating Robin Scherbatsky, Kobe Smulders. How I Met Your Mother dropped plenty of hints that the mother was dead. The clues are heartbreaking in retrospect. Even though the reveal was initially shocking, there are plenty of clues in How I Met Your Mother that foreshadow Tracy's death, especially in the later seasons. One of the most significant clues is in Season 8, Episode 20, The Time Travelers, when the future Ted shared everything he would do if he could relive the night he was telling his kids about. Ted made it clear that the first thing he would do would be to go see their mother, who he would not meet for another 45 days. In this hypothetical scenario, he was seen tearfully telling the unseen Tracy that he was here now because he wanted those extra 45 days with her because he loved her and would love her forever. After Tracy died, this scene was completely recontextualized, as Ted wanted those 45 days back because Tracy was dead, and he wished he could have had more time with her. Another significant use of foreshadowing came just a few episodes before the series finale in Season 9, Episode 19, Vesuvius. When reminiscing on the story of Robin's mother, Tracy Ullman, making it in time for her daughter's wedding, Tracy commented that it was hardly a surprise because what mother is going to miss her daughter's wedding? This remark made Ted teary-eyed because Tracy was already terminally ill and would not live to see their daughter get married. Earlier in the episode, Ted and Tracy also agreed that when something particularly intense was happening, it was often best to leave that thing unspoken and enjoy each other's company, which was what they did instead of dwelling on Tracy's illness. A far earlier and more subtle use of foreshadowing came in How I Met Your Mother Season 1, when Ted's favorite book was revealed to be Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, whose plot had parallels with Tracy's fate. Years later, Ted would also be reading the same book at the train station where he would meet Tracy for the first time.